Hi everyone, welcome back to Talk English Freely. It's so good to see you again.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. We're really happy you're here.
I'm Jessica,
And I'm Brian.
and we're here to have another natural conversation with you.
Today, we're gonna talk about something we all have, something we do every single day.
Daily routines.
Exactly. Everyone has a daily routine. The things you do every morning, every evening, your habits and patterns.
Yeah, and we're just going to share our routines with you. Talk about what we do every day. Nothing complicated, just real everyday life.
Right. So before we start, if you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about natural English conversations. We don't teach grammar rules. We just talk. And by listening, you learn naturally.
So if you like this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button and leave a like if you enjoyed today's topic. It really helps us out.
Yes, it does. We really appreciate your support.
Okay, so let's dive in. Let's talk about daily routines, Brian.
Let's do it. So, Jessica, let me start with a simple question. What time do you usually wake up in the morning? Are you a morning person or not?
Oh, that's a good question. I usually wake up around 7 o'clock on weekdays, but I have to be honest with you. I'm not really a morning person. I don't like waking up early. When my alarm goes off, I always want to stay in bed for 5 more minutes. Actually, more like 30 more minutes.
I totally understand that. So, what do you do when you first wake up? Do you jump out of bed right away?
No way! I usually hit the snooze button at least once. Sometimes, twice. Then I finally get out of bed and I feel really sleepy. The first thing I do is go to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water to wake myself up. Then, I brush my teeth. After that, I feel a little bit more awake, but I'm still pretty tired.
Do you have breakfast in the morning, or do you skip it?
I always have breakfast. I can't start my day without eating something. Usually I have something simple, maybe toast with butter and jam, or cereal with milk, and I always have coffee. Coffee is very important for me. Without coffee, I can't function in the morning. I need that caffeine to wake up my brain.
I'm the same way with coffee. I'm useless without my morning coffee. What do you do after breakfast?
After breakfast, I get dressed for work. I usually pick my clothes the night before. So in the morning, I don't have to think about what to wear. I just put on the clothes I already chose. This saves me a lot of time. Then I put on a little bit of makeup. Not too much, just something simple. And then I'm ready to leave the house.
What time do you usually leave?
I try to leave around 8:15. My work starts at 9 o'clock. The commute takes about 30 minutes. So I need to leave by 8:15 to get there on time. But sometimes I leave a bit late. And then I have to rush. I don't like rushing in the morning. It makes me feel stressed.
Yeah, I hate rushing too. It's not a good way to start the day. What about your evening routine? What do you do when you come home from work?
Oh, my evening routine is much more relaxed than my morning. When I get home, the first thing I do is change my clothes. I take off my work clothes and put on something comfortable, like sweatpants and a t-shirt. Then I just sit on the couch for a few minutes. I need some time to relax after work. Sometimes I check my phone. Sometimes I just sit there and do nothing.
That sounds nice. Just having some quiet time. Do you cook dinner every night?
Not every night. Some nights I cook. Some nights I'm too tired to cook. When I cook, I usually make something simple, like pasta or rice with vegetables. Nothing too complicated. On nights when I don't cook, I might order food. Or I might just have a sandwich or salad. Something quick and easy.
What time do you usually eat dinner?
Usually around 7 or 7:30. I don't like eating too late. If I eat too late, I can't sleep well. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen, wash the dishes, put things away. I don't like leaving a messy kitchen. It bothers me. So I always clean up right after eating.
That's a good habit. What do you do after dinner? How do you spend your evening?
Well, it depends on the day. Sometimes I watch TV or a movie. Sometimes I read a book. Sometimes I just browse the internet on my phone. Nothing too exciting, just relaxing at home. Around 10 o'clock, I start getting ready for bed. I take a shower, brush my teeth, and put on my pajamas. Then I usually read for a little bit in bed, maybe for 20 or 30 minutes. And then I turn off the light and go to sleep.
What time do you usually fall asleep?
I try to be asleep by 11. I need about 8 hours of sleep to feel good the next day. So if I wake up at 7, I need to sleep by 11. But sometimes I stay up later than that, especially on weekends. On weekends, I don't have to wake up early, so I can stay up late watching movies or doing whatever I want.
Speaking of weekends, is your weekend routine different from your weekday routine?
Oh, yes, very different. On weekends, I don't set an alarm. I just wake up naturally, usually around 9 or 9:30. Sometimes even 10 o'clock if I'm really tired. It feels so good to sleep in, to not have to rush anywhere. I love that feeling.
What's the first thing you do on weekend mornings?
The first thing I do is make coffee, just like on weekdays. But on weekends, I take my time with it. I don't have to rush. I make my coffee, and then I sit on the couch. Sometimes I look out the window. Sometimes I check my phone. I just enjoy the slow, peaceful morning. It's so different from weekdays when everything is rushed.
That sounds really nice. Do you go out on weekends or stay home?
It depends. Sometimes I go out, maybe meet friends for lunch, or go shopping, or take a walk in the park. But sometimes I just stay home all day. I clean my apartment, do laundry, catch up on things I couldn't do during the week. And honestly, sometimes I just relax and do nothing. And that's okay too.
Absolutely. Sometimes doing nothing is exactly what you need. Now, me ask you this. Is there anything about your routine that you want to change?
Oh, yes, definitely. I want to wake up earlier. I know I said I'm not a morning person, but I think waking up earlier would be good for me. If I wake up at 6 instead of 7, I would have more time in the morning. I wouldn't have to rush. I could have a proper breakfast, maybe even do some exercise. But it's really hard for me to wake up early. I've tried many times and I always fail.
Why do you think it's hard?
I think it's because I go to bed too late. If I went to bed at 10 instead of 11, maybe I could wake up earlier. But at night, I don't feel sleepy at 10. I want to stay up and watch TV or read. So I stay up late. And then in the morning, I can't wake up early. It's a bad cycle. I know I need to change it, but it's hard.
Yeah, I understand. Changing sleep habits is really difficult. What about other parts of your routine? Anything else you want to change?
I want to exercise more. Right now, I don't exercise at all. I know it's bad for my health, but I'm always too tired after work. And in the morning, I don't have time, so I just don't do it. But I know I should. Maybe if I wake up earlier, I could exercise in the morning. That would be good for me.
That sounds like a good plan. Okay, now it's my turn to share. You asked me a lot of questions. Now I'll tell you about my routine.
Yes, please. I'm curious about your routine, Brian. What time do you wake up?
I usually wake up at 6 o'clock. I know that's early, but I actually like waking up early. I'm definitely a morning person. I feel energized in the morning. My brain works better, so I like to start my day early.
Wow, 6 o'clock. That's so early. I could never do that. What do you do first when you wake up?
The first thing I do is drink a glass of water. I keep a glass of water next to my bed. When I wake up, I drink it right away. It helps me feel more awake. Then I go to the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, all the usual morning things. After that, I put on my workout clothes.
Wait, you exercise in the morning?
Yes, every morning. I do it right after I wake up, before I eat breakfast or anything. Usually, go for a run. I run for about 30 minutes. Sometimes I do other exercises at home, like push-ups or stretches, but usually I run.
That's impressive. I wish I could do that. How do you have the energy?
Honestly, it's not easy. When my alarm goes off, I don't want to get up either, but I just force myself to do it. I don't think about it too much. I just get up and put on my shoes and go outside. If I think about it too much, I won't do it. So I just do it automatically. And after I finish running, I always feel great. I feel energized for the whole day.
Do you run every single day?
Almost every day, maybe 5 or 6 days a week. Some days I'm too tired or it's raining, so I skip it, but most days I do it. It's become a habit now. I don't even think about it anymore. I just do it.
What do you do after you exercise?
After I exercise, I take a shower. A nice hot shower feels so good after running. Then I get dressed for work, and then I have breakfast. I usually have something healthy, like oatmeal with fruit, or eggs with toast, and of course, coffee. I can't start my day without coffee either.
How long does your whole morning routine take?
From waking up to leaving the house, about 2 hours. I wake up at 6. I leave the house around 8. That gives me plenty of time to exercise, shower, eat, and get ready. I never feel rushed in the morning. That's why I like waking up early. I have time to do everything slowly.
That sounds really nice. But I don't know if I could wake up at 6 every day. What about your evening routine? What do you do after work?
My evening routine is pretty simple. I usually get home around 6:30. The first thing I do is change my clothes. Just like you, I take off my work clothes and put on something comfortable. Then I start thinking about dinner.
Do you cook every night?
Most nights, yes. I enjoy cooking. It helps me relax after work. I usually cook something simple, maybe chicken with rice and vegetables, or pasta with sauce. Nothing too fancy. Just simple, healthy food. While I'm cooking, I listen to music or a podcast. It's a nice way to unwind.
What time do you eat dinner?
Usually around 7:30 or 8. I know that's a bit late, but I don't get home until 6:30, and it takes time to cook, so I end up eating kind of late. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen, wash the dishes, and put everything away. Just like you, I don't like a messy kitchen.
What do you do for the rest of the evening?
It depends. Sometimes I watch TV for a bit. Sometimes I read. Sometimes I work on personal projects. Or I call my family or friends. But I try not to use my phone too much in the evening. I find it makes me tired, but I can't sleep, so I try to put my phone away around 9 o'clock.
That's a good habit. I should do that too. I'm always on my phone before bed. What time do you go to bed?
I try to be in bed by 10:30. I read for maybe 20 minutes, and then I turn off the light. I'm usually asleep by 11. That gives me 7 hours of sleep before I wake up at 6. 7 hours is enough for me. I feel good with 7 hours.
Is your weekend routine different?
A little bit different, but not too much. I still wake up pretty early on weekends, maybe 7 or 7:30 instead of 6. I can't sleep late even if I try. My body is used to waking up early, so even on weekends, I wake up early naturally.
Do you still exercise on weekends?
Sometimes, not as much as on weekdays. On weekends, I like to do different activities, maybe go for a hike, or play basketball with friends. Something more fun and social, not just running by myself.
What else do you do on weekends?
I usually do all the things I couldn't do during the week. Clean my apartment, do laundry, go grocery shopping, run errands. Boring stuff, but it needs to be done. And then in the afternoon or evening, try to do something fun. Meet friends, go to a movie, try a new restaurant. Something to relax and enjoy.
This sounds like a good balance. Is there anything about your routine you want to change?
That's a good question. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my routine, but I think I want to read more. I like reading, but I don't do it enough. I always say I'm too tired or too busy, but really, I just need to make time for it. Maybe instead of watching TV in the evening, I'd read more. That would be better for me.
Yeah, I want to read more too. I used to read a lot, but now I'm always on my phone instead. It's a bad habit.
Same here. I think we both need to use our phones less, especially in the evening. It's not good for our sleep, and it's not good for our brains.
You're absolutely right. You know what's interesting? Our routines are pretty similar in some ways. We both have coffee in the morning. We both change into comfortable clothes when we get home. We both clean the kitchen after dinner.
Yeah, that's true. But we're also different in some ways. You like to sleep late. I like to wake up early. You don't exercise. I exercise every morning.
Right, everyone's routine is a little bit different, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong way to do things. You just do what works for you.
Exactly. And what works for me might not work for you. And that's perfectly fine. The important thing is to have a routine that makes you feel good. That helps you be productive. And that gives you time to relax and enjoy life.
I agree. Talking about this makes me think maybe I need to change my routine a little bit, not completely change it, just make some small improvements, like going to bed earlier or using my phone less at night. Small changes that could make a big difference.
I think that's a great idea. Small changes are easier than big changes. You don't have to completely transform your whole routine overnight. Just pick one small thing, change that one thing, and see how it goes.
Yeah, that's good advice, just like with New Year's resolutions. We talked about that in our last video. Small steps are better than big, impossible goals.
Exactly. Same principle applies here. If you want to change your routine, start small. Don't try to wake up 2 hours earlier tomorrow. Just try waking up 15 minutes earlier. See how that feels. Then gradually adjust from there.
That makes sense. I think I'll try that. Maybe tomorrow I'll try waking up at 6:45 instead of 7, just 15 minutes earlier. That doesn't sound too hard.
That's perfect. 15 minutes is totally doable. And who knows, maybe after a week, you'll feel ready to wake up even earlier. Or maybe 15 minutes is enough. Either way, it's progress.
Right? Progress is progress, no matter how small.
Exactly. I think routines are really important. They give structure to our lives. They help us be consistent. And consistency is how we build good habits.
That's true. When you do the same things every day, they become automatic. You don't have to think about them, you just do them. Like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it. You just do it every morning and every night.
Right. And that's how all good habits should be. Exercise, eating healthy, reading, whatever. If you do it consistently, it becomes part of your routine. And then it's easy.
Yeah, I think that's why my morning is so rushed, because I don't have a consistent routine. Some mornings I do things in a different order. Some mornings I skip things. It's not consistent, so it's chaotic.
Maybe that's something you could work on. Making your morning routine more consistent. Doing the same things in the same order every day. That way, your brain knows what to expect, and it becomes automatic.
That's a really good idea. I'm going to try that starting tomorrow.
I'm excited for you. Let me know how it goes.
I will. This was a really helpful conversation. Just talking about our routines makes me think about them more carefully, about what's working and what's not working.
Same here. Sometimes you don't realize your habits until you talk about them out loud, and then you see things you want to change.
Exactly. So everyone listening, I hope this was helpful for you too. Maybe think about your own routine. What works for you? What doesn't work? Is there something small you could change to make your day better?
Yeah, good questions to think about. And remember, you don't have to have a perfect routine. You don't have to wake up at 5 in the morning and run 10 miles. Just do what works for you. What makes you feel good? What helps you get through your day?
Right. Some people are morning people. Some people are night people. Some people like to exercise. Some people don't. And that's all okay. The important thing is finding what works for you.
Exactly. There's no one right way to live. We're all different. We all have different needs and preferences. So create a routine that fits your life, not someone else's life. Your life.
That's really good advice, Brian. I think a lot of people try to copy other people's routines. They see someone successful and they think, I need to do exactly what they do. But that doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't. Because we're all different. What works for one person might not work for another. So instead of copying someone else, just experiment. Try different things. See what feels good for you, and build your own routine from there.
I like that approach. Just experiment and find what works.
Yeah, and be patient with yourself. It takes time to build a good routine. It takes time to form new habits. Don't expect everything to change overnight.
Right. Be patient and kind to yourself. We talked about this in our last video too. It's such an important message.
It really is. Being kind to yourself is one of the most important things, especially when you're trying to change or improve.
Absolutely. Okay, I think we've talked about routines pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot today. Hopefully, this gave people some ideas about their own routines.
And hopefully it was good listening practice too. That's the main goal of this channel, to help people improve their English by just listening.
Right, no stress, no tests, just natural conversation.
Well, everyone, that's all we have for today. Thanks so much for listening to us talk about our daily routines.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We really appreciate you spending this time with us.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please give us a like. It really helps us out.
And subscribe if you haven't already. We're making videos like this every day, just natural conversations about everyday topics.
Next time, we'll talk about something different, another topic that everyone can relate to.
So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.
And if you have any topic ideas, leave a comment below. Tell us what you want to hear us talk about.
We love hearing from you. Your comments and suggestions help us make better videos.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
And remember, be kind to yourself. Your routine doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work for you.
Exactly. Small steps, small changes. That's all you need.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.